So sustainable marine tourism is really the only path to move forward. If we combine this with educational program activities or local programs, then it leads to having both tourists and locals take action in such a way that it truly has an impact on the local economy and the local environment. If you look at like program like Dive Against Debris, Trash Heroes, or Greenfin programs, where we're talking about like reducing or not using sunscreen or single-use plastic and that sort of things. Those are all items that either have a direct impact on the reef or the local environment. So I believe that in some ways, sustainable marine tourism is a powerful motivation tools to help people better understand their impact as well as the impact that they have on a new environment. When you look at taking actions with those programs and the importance that we have on the fragile ecosystem around us, you look at business that are taking on eco mandates or greenfin mandates, that translates into guests being more aware and educated as to what is happening in the environment. So it also decreased the impact on the local program. I also believe that this is kind of a step forward. So if sustainable marine tourism did not exist in the first place, certain environment or certain areas might have had more impact because of how local were either taking their resources, fishing, fishing practice that they were like using onto reefs. So if we take Nusa Penida, for example, where we're based, which Ceningan Divers is based, it's a marine protected area, so there's no dynamite fishing, there's no cyanide fishings. There's sustainable fishing practice that are proposed by the government, the MPA. So basically that created an environment and a local economy in itself where you used to have either fishermen or seaweed farmers that are now working in tourism and earning greater potential than they were when they were doing agricultural or fisheries. So based between that and educational program that exists, if you're combining sustainable business development with sustainable marine tourism, I think that the overall impact on the coral reef, the ocean, is something that is probably moving to the better. Like here, again, another example in the marine protected area here is that you have key players and operators that are building structures and planting corals around. So several years ago, we had some storms which affected the corals in the shallows, and now with those programs, there's a growth that is re-happening, and then there's a sustainable program for going and moving forward. So I think that it's a hard balance to try to see, is there a good impact or a bad impact, but certainly like sustainable marine tourism is definitely a better way to go than not having any tourism at all. Well, I guess it would be hypocritical of me to say anything other than that, considering that we operate a hopefully sustainable marine tourism operation.